Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to class 7 again. I hope all of you are good and doing well at home. So students, we have completed chapter digestion and today we are going to start the revision of chapter electricity and I am your teacher Miss Falaknaz. So let's begin. Before starting the lecture, let's quickly go through the topics that we are going to review today. So the number one topic is we are going to read is the meaning of current, its units and uses. Okay. The meaning of voltage, its unit and uses. Meaning of resistance, unit and uses. Measurement of electric current, electromotive force and potential difference, resistance, and the last one is electric circuits. So these are the topics that we are going to cover today. Okay, so let's start from the topic number one, that is electric current. So you should know what is an electric current and how it will produce. You have already learned in your previous classes that electric energy. Okay, you have already learned in your previous classes that electric energy is produced by the flow of electric charges. Remember? Okay, electric energy is produced by the flow of electric charges. Now, what are these electric charges? Basically, these electric charges are made up of positive and negative charges. Means electric energy, if you're talking about the energy that is electrical energy, so it will be produced by the flow of positive and negative charges. Okay, basically these positive and negative charges are, this one is electron. Okay, this one is electron and the positive charge will be proton. Okay, when these charges move, okay, when these charges move, so it will produce electrical energy. Okay, sorry, electrical energy by the help produced by the help of these charges. So a current can be produced by the flow of positive or negative charges that are electron or proton. So when current will produce, current will produced by the flow of these charges that are proton and electron. Okay, now the convention. Okay, before explaining this point, I'm going to tell you that previously it was suggested that current was produced by the flow of these protons. Okay, by the flow of positive charge, means positive charge will move towards the negative charge. So when positive charge start moving towards the negative charge, so it will produce the current. Okay, but later it was discovered that actually current produced by the flow of negative charges only. Okay, when these negative charges start flowing throughout the circuit towards proton, so what it will produce, electric current will be produced. Okay, so please keep it in your mind that electric current is always produced by the flow of electrons that are negative charges. Okay, but actually people were so habitual of this belief that they just stated that the current produced by the movement of positive charges towards the negative end. So the convention that current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal, basically people was used to of previous idea that current produced by the flow of electric charges from positive terminal to negative terminal. So this current is now known as conventional current. Okay, it was an old concept but people was used to of it. You know, you always said positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, so that's the reason, that's why they said that it is a conventional current. But in actual, current will always produced by the movement of negative charges from negative to positive terminal. Okay, next is what is electric current and what are its units. Okay, now Basically, electric current is defined as the rate, okay? It is defined as the rate of flow of electric charges. Now, you know what are electric charges? Positive and negative charges. Positive charges are protons and negative charges are electrons, right? So when these electric charges flow, so their rate means at what rate they are flowing throughout the circuit, that rate of flow of electric charge is called electric current. Understand? So when electric charges, electrons and protons starting moving or start flowing throughout the circuit, it will produce a current. The SI unit, International Standard Unit of Electric Current, is ampere. What does it mean by unit? Means the thing in which you are going to measure it. Just suppose you measured length in meters, centimeters, millimeters. You measure weight in kilogram, grams, milligrams. Similarly, to measure electric current, the standard unit or international standard unit is ampere. Okay. Other small units, just suppose if I talk about length is measured in centimeters. So, but you can measure length in meters, kilometers, and millimeters. So, similarly, there are other small units of ampere as well, that are milliampere and microampere. So, these are other units of electric current as well. But SI unit of electric current is ampere, right? Next is how you will measure electric current. How you will measure electric current. So basically, electric current measured by instruments called ammeters. Basically, ammeters are the instruments that are used to measure the current. Okay, if current is flowing throughout the circuit, so obviously you will measure it. Just supposed to measure length, you have a scale. To measure weight, you have different physical balances, and something else means you have weight machine, you have to measure weight. Similarly, if you want to measure electric current, so you have ammeters. Okay, so the instruments that are used to measure electric currents are ammeters. So these are some pictures of ammeters. So you will measure current by the help of these instruments. Okay, connection. Okay, if you want to measure current throughout the circuit, so how you will connect the ammeter throughout the circuit? The question is how you will connect it. So ammeter must be connected in series in a circuit. Means if you are going to measure, just suppose here you have a picture. If you are going to measure the current that is flowing throughout this circuit, just ignore this ammeter. Just suppose in this circuit you have only battery, and here you have load. It will be bulb, anything else. Okay, so obviously current is flowing throughout the circuit to glue this bulb. Okay, so what amount of current is flowing throughout this circuit, to measure it you will use ammeter. Okay, but ammeter must be connected in series if you want to measure the current. Series means it will be connected one after another through a single wire. As you can see here, it has a single wire. So it must be connected in series if you want to measure the current throughout the circuit. So it is very important point. Ammeter must be connected in series in a circuit. Series means electrical components will be attached one after another. Okay, one after another through a single loop. So that circuit is called as a series circuit. Understand? Now move on to the next topic, which is voltage. Now what is voltage? Any idea? Now listen to me very carefully. Basically, we were talking continuously that electric current is produced by the flow of electric charges. What are those electric charges? Electron and proton, that are positive and negative charges. So when they will start flowing throughout the circuit, it will produce current. But obviously, there will be some energy, some force that will exert on it so that it will start moving. Okay, there should be some source of you should there should be some force. Okay, koi ek force so that will push this electric charges around a circuit. Okay, so how will we it will be moved? Obviously there must be a driving force to push these electric charges around a circuit. Okay, so that driving force is supplied by the source of electrical energy. Okay, if you are going to move this electric current throughout the circuit, so there must be some source of energy that will exert the force on it, and then it will start moving throughout the circuit. Now what will be that electrical source? That will be obviously battery, or you can say cell. Okay, any cell or any battery ये आएगा यहाँ पर. Okay, so there must be some battery that will exert or provide energy to these charges, so they will start flowing throughout the circuit. Okay, now what is voltage? The amount of energy supplied by the source of electrical energy. Now what will be the source of electrical energy? It will be battery or cell. Okay, battery or cell. Now what battery will do? It will produce energy. Okay, it will produce energy that will exert force on these charges so that they will start flowing throughout the circuit. So the total amount of energy supplied by this battery, which is an source of electrical energy, to each unit of electric charge is called voltage. Means if you want to move electric charges throughout the circuit, so there must be some electrical source, okay, that will provide electrical energy. So the amount of electrical energy that will be supplied to each unit of electric charge means हर एक यूनिट पर जो एनर्जी सप्लाई की जाएगी, that will be voltage. Okay, that will be voltage, right? Now, the SI unit for voltage is volt. Okay, the SI unit for voltage is volt. Means, you know, if you want to measure voltage throughout the circuit, so that unit will be volt. Other common units for voltage are millivolt and kilovolt. Okay, so this is the source, and you can say here you have the voltage of 10 volt. Okay, that is the SI unit. Understand? So this is the source of electrical energy that will supply energy to each unit of electric charge. Now, how will you measure voltage? Just suppose that if you want to measure voltage throughout the circuit, so the instrument that is used to measure voltage is called voltmeter. Okay, voltmeter is used for measuring voltage. Understand? Voltmeter is the instrument that is used to measure voltage throughout the circuit. Okay, if you want to measure the voltage of an electrical source or component, a voltmeter must be connected in parallel across it. Okay, if you want to measure the voltage, okay, if you want to measure the voltage throughout the circuit, so how will you connect your voltmeter? Your voltmeter must be connected in parallel. Now parallel means it will be connected with the help of different wires. It will be connected with the help of different wires. Okay, so that you can measure the voltage of the circuit. Now look at here, what are electromotive forces? Now look at here, the voltage. Okay, again we are talking about voltage. I am repeating again, what is a voltage? The amount of energy supplied by the source of electrical energy. What will be the source of electrical energy? Battery or cell. To each unit of electric charge is called the voltage. ठीक है, द वोल्टेज ऑफ अ सोर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी मीन्स जो आपके वोल्टेज प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा होगा फ्रॉम द सोर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी, दैट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड इट्स इलेक्ट्रो इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव फोर्सेस, वो और क्या कहलाती हैं, that will be also called as electromotive forces. Okay, the voltage will also called as electromotive forces, that is a source of electrical energy. Okay, so what is electromotive force? The voltage of a source of electrical energy is also called its electromotive forces, right? Next is potential differences. Now, what is potential difference? The voltage. Again, we are talking about here voltage. Okay, the voltage between any 2 points. How many points? Any 2 points. Just suppose this is a circuit. This is a circuit. Here you have a battery. Okay, here you have a bulb, understand, and obviously here voltage is continuously revolving throughout the circuit. So what will be the potential difference? The voltage between any 2 points in a circuit. If you take any 2 points, just suppose this point and this point, ठीक है. So यहाँ पर obviously आपके पास voltage, just suppose voltage here is 3 volt and here voltage is 1 volt. So what you will do, 3 minus 1, it will be 2 volt. So basically the voltage between any 2 points in a circuit is called the potential difference. So this is called potential difference. That 2 volt means यहाँ पर 3 volt है, here it is 1 volt. So what will be the difference of voltage here? That is 2 volt. So that is called potential difference, right? Next is resistance. Now what is resistance? Before explaining resistance, I'm just going to tell you one thing. Now listen to me very carefully. If as a current flows through a conductor, okay, when the current start flowing throughout the conductor, some of the electrical energy supplied by the moving charges in the conductor will be changed into other forms of energy such as heat. What I'm telling you, that just suppose this is a circuit, and in this circuit current is flowing, right? Current is flowing. Okay, how current is flowing? By the help of the electrical charges, that are electrons that carry negative charges. Okay, these electrical charges basically carries electrical energy that was given to them by the battery. Okay, battery provide energy to these electric charges and they start flowing throughout the circuit. But when they are moving into the through flowing through the conductor, just suppose they are flowing through the bulb, this is bulb. Okay, so what will we do? Energy will be converted, electrical energy will be converted into light energy and heat energy. So during this convergence, some amount of energy will be lost. Okay, some amount of energy will be lost here. So this loss of electrical energy slow down the movement of electric charges. How loss will occur? When this electrical energy will be converted into light energy and heat energy. So as a result, what will happen? Some amount of energy will be lost. As a result, what will happen? The movement of electrical charges will be slowed down. Okay, basically that loss of energy is called, this property of reducing current flow in a substance is called resistance. Okay, ये जो आपके पास flow slow हो जाएगा, what will happen? Due to the loss of energy, it slowed down the movement of electrical charges and reduces the current will reduces. So this property of reducing current flow in a substance is called resistance. Basically this is resistance. But if you are going to explain it, if you are going to define it, so how you will define it? You will simply say that the resistance of an electric component, okay, the resistance of an electric component is defined as the ratio. Ratio means, ratio we will take, we will divide any two things together. Ratio of the voltage across the component to the current flowing through it. So when you will divide voltage with the current, so what it will give you? It will give you resistance, right? The SI unit of resistance means, if you want to measure resistance, so the SI unit of resistance is ohm. Okay, the SI unit of resistance is ohm. Understand? I'm repeating again. What will happen when electric charges start flowing through this circuit? Okay, when they start flowing through this circuit, though what will happen, how they will move by the source of electrical energy that will produce that will give energy to these electrons, and then they will start flowing. So when they are moving through the conductor, just suppose this is bulb, and obviously you have to glow this bulb. So this energy will be electrical energy will be converted into heat and light energy. So during the conversion of heat and light energy, some amount of energy will be lost. That loss will causes what will it will do, it will basically slow down the movement of electric charges. When the movement of electric charges will be slowed down, obviously current will be reduces. So that property of reducing current is called resistance. Okay, that property of reducing current, जब current reduce होगा तो वो आपके पास क्या कहलाएगा, resistance. Okay, other units are kilo ohm and mega ohm, right? Now resistors, basically this loss of current, okay, this loss of current that we are that we are called resistance. Basically this is very important, it helps a lot in our daily life. Basically what will happen, loss of energy means loss of heat energy. Some amount of electric current will be lost in the form of heat energy. Okay, that will be used in different electrical appliances, and the most common example of that is iron. Okay, iron that we are using for pressing our clothes. Okay, so that irons basically works on the principle of resistance. So basically this resistance is very important. What will happen, basically certain types of resistors have been designed. Okay, certain types of resistance has been designed that what will do, that will reduces the current throughout the circuit. When the current will reduces, obviously it will releases heat. That heat is used in iron to press our clothes. Okay, electric components which are especially made to provide resistance. Okay, electrical components which are especially designed or that are specially made to provide resistance are called resistors. Okay, these resistors basically what they will do, they will reduces the current flow. As a result, amount of current will be lost. That amount of current that will lost will be converted into heat energy. Okay, that heat energy will be used by iron, microwave oven, electrical cooker. All the heating elements have these resistors, right? Now, these resistors can be connected in series or in parallel in a circuit. Means it's up to you. You can connect them in series or you can connect them in parallel in a circuit. Okay. If you connect resistors in series, okay, if you connect resistors in a series, so resistance increases as more resistors added. Resistance increase hogi, as a result amount of amount of loss of electric current will be increases and you will gain more amount of energy. So if you will require more amount of energy, so what you will do, you will connect resistors in a circuit. Okay, in a series circuit. And when you are going to connect resistors in parallel circuit, if you will connect it in parallel circuit, so resistance decreases as more resistors are added. Okay, as more resistors are added, when you will add more resistors in a parallel circuit, so resistance will be decreases, less resistance will be there, less loss of energy. Okay, electric circuits, the last topic, which is electric circuits. Now look at here. An electric circuit. What is an electric circuit? Basically, an electric circuit is the path along which electric charges move. Okay, an electric circuit is the path along which electric charges move. Okay, now what is that path? Just suppose this one. Okay, this is electric circuit. Basically this electric circuit consists of a source of electrical energy, which is your battery. Okay, some wires, these are the connecting wires, and one or more electrical components such as switches, meters, or bulb. Just suppose I'm going to connect here, this is bulb. Okay, so basically the simple electric circuit consists of battery, connecting wires and this bulb, and electrons will flow through the help of this electric path. Okay, this is called electric circuits, right? This electric current can be divided into two main types: series circuits and parallel circuit. Now look at here, what are series circuit? A series circuit is one that connects an electric source with its component one after the other, forming through each electric component in a series circuit is the same. Okay, now look at here, look at this one. What you have here, this is an electric circuit. Okay, but what it will be, this electric circuit basically is a series circuit. Why it is a series circuit? As you can see here, there is only one wire and each electric component is connected one after another. Okay, here it is, each electrical component is connected one after another, and they all are connected with a simple single battery with the help of only single wire, means only one loop is present here. So this type of circuit is called as series circuit. As you can see here, this one, again, this is a series circuit. What is a series circuit? Here, as you can see, all the bulbs are connected with the help of only single wire through the electric source. This is your electric source, that is the switch. Okay, now the most important thing is that the current that is flowing through a series circuit is same. Okay, throughout the circuit the current will remain same, but the disadvantage of this series circuit is that if a break in any point occur, just suppose agar yahan pe break aa gaya, wire will break from here, or wire will break from here, or wire will break from here, so it will stop the current of it will stop the flow of current in the whole circuit. Means agar break yahan aa gaya, break यहाँ आ गया, wherever the break is occurred, so all the bulb will stop working, all the bulbs will stop working. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of series circuit. The advantage is that throughout the circuit the current will remain same, right? So this is a series circuit. Now what is a parallel circuit? As you can see here, okay, now previously, as you can see here, only one single loop here, and each electrical component is connected one after another, one after another. And in parallel circuit, as you can see here, they are connected with different wires and there are multiple loops here, two electrical components to two electrical loops here, two loops. This is loop number one and this is loop number two. Okay, so each electric component is connected with the help of separate wire to the electrical source. As you can see here, this is the electrical source here. Okay, and each bulb is connected with the separate wire. This is first loop, this is second loop, and this is third loop. Okay, all of them are connected with the help of different wires through a single electrical source. Okay, so what is a parallel circuit? A parallel circuit is one that is split into two or more branches with connected electrical components. With connected electrical component. A parallel circuit is one. Which one is that? That is split into two or more electrical branches with connected electrical components. Branches, this is branch number one, this is branch number two, this is branch number one, two, three. Okay, so this is parallel circuit. Now, the current flowing through the each branch in the parallel circuit may be same or different. Now, if you talk about the series circuit, so in the series circuit, the current throughout the circuit will be same. The current throughout the circuit will be same. But if we talk about the parallel circuit, so current may be same or may be different. Right? Is it clear? But it is definitely less than the current flowing through. flowing out from the source. Means if this from this source the current that is flowing, it must be different. Obviously current will be greater here, but it will be lesser here, right? Now, the advantage of this parallel circuit is that if break occur at any one of its point, just suppose break occur here, okay, break occur here, so it will not stop the functioning of other two electrical components. Understand? If break occur at any 2 points, so it will not stop the functioning of any other component. So this is the advantage of what? This is the advantage of parallel circuit. So this is the end of the lecture. If you want to and if you want to ask anything, so you can ask it in the comment section. At the end I would like to say thank you, and please listen the lecture very carefully, and inshallah I will join you in the next class, okay, with some more topics of the chapter electricity. Till then, Allah Hafiz.